Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing some beef ribs for the weekend. So I've got a nice thick cut here that I got from a local butcher. They've been in the freezer for a bit, so I've got to use them up. I've already pre-trimmed them, so taking the membrane off, taking the fat layer off. And first thing we're going to do is put a binder on, so just use a bit of mustard. And then we're going on with our rubs. So first off we're doing Bulldozer Barbecue spog, salt, pepper, onion, garlic. And then on with the next rub, which we're going to be using Midnight by Bulldozer Barbecue as well. Alright, and now that's rubbed down, we'll then get the smoker lit up and then we'll start cooking. Alright, so now that we've got the briquettes all lit up and ashed over, we're going to put those into the drum smoker now and start cooking. Okay, so we've got a full basket of briquettes in here, so I'll tip the lit ones into the corner. Alright, so I'm using two different types of woods here. One is Queensland rosewood from the Smoking Log Co. And as you can see, it's a nice, smooth, dense wood, which will burn for ages in the smoker and give off a nice flavour. And we're also using aged vintage port barrel cask to smoke with as well, which will give it a nice depth of flavour as well. So I'll pop those onto the lit coals. And then we'll reassemble the smoker. And we'll set up our ambient temperature probe just to monitor the temperature of the smoker itself, and then in with the ribs. And we'll just put a probe into the meat as well to monitor the temperatures of that. So today I'm going to be aiming for a cook temperature of 205 degrees Fahrenheit. So pop that lid down, ensuring the bottom vent is wide open to get up to temperature, and the top vent's wide open. Alright, so it's been cooking for about an hour now. So I'll just spray it down with a combination of water and Worcestershire sauce. And we'll keep it cooking. And we'll check it on it in a little bit. Okay, so we've had the beef ribs on now for about 4 hours. Just check them now and spritz them down again. So as we can see, that bark's forming nicely. A couple little spots there where it's starting to pull up a bit, but that's okay, I'm not too worried about that. And it's pulling back nicely on the bones too. So what we're going to do at this stage, I've just made up a bit of a sauce. So this will just sit underneath of the underneath the ribs. So it's just got onions, a stout beer, and some tomato paste, garlic and beef stock in there. So I'll just sit that underneath of it, allow it to collect some of the drippings. Alright, so we'll just give it a spray down now, and then close up the smoker, just to keep that moisture on the meat. And let that keep cooking till it reaches 165 Fahrenheit. And that way we'll then wrap it. Okay, so we've been cooking for about 8 hours now. So what we're going to do is get it wrapped up because it's not going to take on any more smoke. So we'll just speed up the cook now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on some butcher's paper. And I'm going to put some tallow on the butcher's paper, which is basically just rendered down beef fat. So I'll just put some of this on here. And then we'll put the beef ribs on onto the butcher's paper, and then we'll do the same thing on the top of the ribs as well, and then wrap it up and put it back in the smoker. Alright, so we'll just get this wrapped up now. So we've got 2 sheets of butcher's paper, so just get this wrapped up and put back into the smoker. Alright, so now that that's all wrapped up, I'm just going to pop it back onto the smoker, put our thermometer back in, and let that keep cooking. Okay, so we're nearly done with this cook now. We're going to push them to 205, but by the time they rest, that temperature will come up to around there anyway. So we'll get them out of the smoker, take them inside, and let the ribs rest. Okay, so after 10 hours, these ribs are finally done. So just to reiterate what we've done, use a Bulldozer Barbecue Spog, salt, pepper, onion, garlic, and Bulldozer Barbecue Midnight as our rubs. Smoked in the Oklahoma Joe Bronco for 10 hours using rosewood, Queensland rosewood from Smoking Log Co. and aged pork barrel. Now we'll cut into it, have a look. And as you can see, these are nice and tender, bones falling out, nice smoke ring. These are going to be absolutely amazing, but we're not going to show eating these tonight because we're going to plate them up and we'll show you what we make. Okay, so we're all finished off. We've plated up. So what we've done is got a mashed potato in the middle, nice creamy one. Baby carrots, which are being glazed down with a sauce, and then the rib on top, and a sauce down the bottom, which I made up earlier with onions, Worcestershire sauce, tomato paste, garlic, stout beer, and let it reduce in the smoker. Guys, thanks very much for watching. Hope you like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time. Cheers.